So we have reached the fourth and final movie in the Jaws franchise, Jaws the Revenge, with the tagline, "This time it's personal," as in a completely new shark has taken the death of two other random sharks personally. And I say two other sharks because it was decided that the events of Jaws 3 officially never happened in this universe. Now let it be known that Jaws the Revenge, This Time It's Personal, does nothing to retcon the events of Jaws 3. If I hadn't read that this movie was a direct sequel to Jaws 2 and ignored the events of Jaws 3, I would have never known. But it is just one of like a million weird things this movie does. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to say that Jaws 3 still counts because there is no reason that it shouldn't. And so for 3 movies, we have followed the Brody family and their hobby of murdering sharks. And now say what you will about Jaws 3D, but I still think it was at least entertaining. Like, we make fun of it because the shark effects were dog shit, but it was a fun, dumb movie. I would have rather they ended with a 3D Jaws than a Jaws that wants to take revenge on a family that he's never interacted with before. And returning to the franchise is Lorraine Gary as Ellen Brody. And Lorraine Gary came out of retirement to make this movie. And so it's Christmas time on Amity Island, and Sean Brody is following in his father's footsteps as an Amity police officer. And Sean gets a call that he has to remove a log that's stuck on a channel marker. So Sean goes out to the marker, and Jaws the Revenge, This Time It's Personal, has been waiting for this moment for years, and he attacks Sean in violent fashion. I think. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but after all those flash cuts, Sean is now missing his arm, so I'm guessing the shark ate it. And then Jaws the Revenge, This Time It's Personal, finishes the job. With like the same exact flash cuts as before. I don't know what any of this is supposed to be. Also, I'm just going to call him Jaws 4 from now on, because the more I say Jaws the Revenge, This Time It's Personal, the less sense it makes. So Mike Brody comes home to Amity, and this time around he's played by Lance Guest, who you will all recognize as Jimmy from Halloween 2. Jimmy tells Nurse Jill that everyone is missing and tells her to go to the police station for help, while Michael hides like a child who hasn't developed object permanence yet.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love. You won't pay the dust. Someday you will pay the price, I know. I see the devil, it happens all the time.
And Mike is accompanied by his wife Carla and their 5-year-old daughter Thea, played by Judith Barcy. And, good God, this movie is already not fun, so please don't look up what happened to this poor sweet girl. It will ruin your day.
Where's Mom?
She's been out there for hours.
How's she doing?
What the hell did she just say, Mike? And also at the house are returning Jaws fan favorites, local businesswoman Mrs. Taft, and also Mrs. Kittner, who you will remember was the mother/grandmother of Alex Kittner, the boy that got eaten by Jaws in the original. Now, I would not have thought that Mrs. Kittner and Ellen Brody would have been friends, but I guess now they have something in common that they can talk about?
Uncle Sean is dead, you know.
Would you like something to eat?
I had a hamburger on the plane.
Oh, we get it better than that. How would you like a funny bone sandwich?
Oh my God, way too soon. Her uncle's funny bone and every other bone in his body was eaten by Jaws 4.
I don't want anyone in my family anywhere near the water. Never again.
Can't believe that voodoo. Sharks don't commit murder. They don't pick out a person.
It picked out Sean. It killed your father.
Dad died from a heart attack.
Oh man, shark attacks and heart disease, the two silent killers.
He died from fear. The fear of it killed him.
Now there is a lot about this movie that I disagree with, but the character of Martin Brody would never have died of fear. Martin Brody destroyed 2 great white sharks in completely badass fashion. The only thing that I believe would kill Martin Brody were if his giant balls got caught in an escalator.
He was always tagging after me with the kids, you know. He always wanted to do it.
Hey, where are you going?
From that day on, if Michael was going somewhere, he was running. Michael gets Ellen to agree to come stay with them in the Bahamas, where Michael works as a marine biologist.
Airplane ride.
Oh, don't do that. The shark is still around. And I don't know about you, but I'm having a blast. This movie is a lot of fun. Oh, Would you look at that? Looks like Sean got to die doing what he loved, getting a log dislodged from a channel marker on Christmas Eve. We won, Sean. We won, bud. And they're flown to the island by a local pilot named Hoagie, played by Michael Caine. And if you thought my Pierce Brosnan impression was bad, well, strap yourselves in, because you're in for a treat. And now, in keeping with the tradition of people not wanting to be in Jaws sequels, Michael Caine famously said in an interview, "I've never seen the film, but by all accounts it was terrible. However, I have seen the house that it built, and it is terrific." Oh man, that was awful. Okay, I will work on that. "It needs to be a touch more nasal with a bit of a higher register. You were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off." There we go. Okay, that line from The Italian Job is going to be my totem to keep me in the land of Caine. And it's also the title of his autobiography. So if you want to help this channel grow and read some amazing Michael Caine witticisms, then go ahead and check out the autobiography and the link in the description. I was going to do an affiliate offer for Jaws the Revenge DVD, but who the hell would want that?
Hoagie? Yeah? Jake tells me you're gonna have to fly the rest of your life to pay off what you lost at the crap table?
I'll get it back next time.
Makes the plane go up and down.
Oh, that's easy. You go like this, and the houses get bigger.
You know, this isn't as playful a gesture now that we know of Hoagie's crippling gambling debt. "For instance, there's my ex-wife's house. She got everything in the divorce, and all I got was his bloody plane. It would be so easy to just end it all." So they finally touch down in the Bahamas, and Michael has to get back to their important work of putting trackers on conch shells. Or conch shells? Piggy from Lord of the Flies called it a conch, so I'm going to call it a conch. And does Mike Brody not have funeral leave? I mean, who's the big corporation funding this endeavor that's demanding that he tag these snails? Big Conch doesn't give a damn about the little guy. All they care about are their snail profits. And Mike works with his partner Jake, played by Mario Van Peebles.
Oh man, don't do that. You move too slow. You got two speeds, slower and slower, and you're moving it damn slow, you're gonna grow roots.
And I suddenly don't feel bad about doing a terrible Michael Caine impression. And now it's the fourth Jaws movie, so you don't have to hide the shark until the end anymore. But this movie overcorrects, and we just cut to a scene of Jaws 4 just hoofing it down to the Bahamas. And before you ask, yes, the shark is following the Brody family to take revenge on them. Now, how does the shark know that the Brodys traveled to the Bahamas? Your guess is literally as good as the people who made this movie. Like, I guess sharks are good at smelling blood, so Jaws 4 can track the Brody family by their blood. But then why would he be after Ellen Brody? She's a Brody by marriage, so unless shark blood vendettas are sexually transmitted, then it's pretty stupid. And also, Ellen has some kind of psychic connection with Jaws 4 and can sense that the shark is coming to finish the job. And then she begins to get closer to Hoagie. And Jake is diving and tagging conch shells when Jaws 4 just kind of shows up.
Jake? Jake, that's a joke.
Hey, do you know if the Brodys live around here? And like, this scene is just so awkward. There's no stinger or anything. Like, it just cuts back and Jaws 4 is just leaning on the sub. And I think the shark might be in the Bahamas less because of revenge and more because his brain may not work right. And Jake is excited about the prospect of a great white that they can study, and Michael begins to think that maybe his mother was right, but he ultimately decides to not tell his family. And so we get to New Year's Eve and the adults go to a party.
I knew a one-armed piano player once. Took 2 minutes to play the minute waltz.
I feel like Hoagie didn't have any lines of dialogue in the script, and they just got Michael Caine drunk and just started rolling.
Mind if I cut in?
But I'm flattered, Michael, but I think it would be best if you dance with your mother.
Your brother's death almost killed me. I've been a pain in the ass, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to bother you anymore about your work.
Well, it's New Year's Eve, so I'm glad your 8 days of grief have finally come to an end. So they get to work attaching a transmitter to Jaws, and it's easy to attach it to him because he is the slowest Jaws so far, speed and intelligence-wise. Then Jaws attacks a banana boat that has Thea on it, and Ellen then channels her inner Charles Bronson and goes off after Jaws 4 and Michael's boat. And Michael has Hoagie fly them so they can catch up with Ellen.
Damn passengers, you're all the same. Complain.
But Jaws 4 pulls the entire plane down, killing Hoagie.
Hey, give me a hand here for Christ's sake.
Oh, never mind. Okay, Hoagie's still alive. And this shark has killed 2 people so far. Did I ever tell you about the time I won an Academy Award? I didn't? Oh, that's because it's bloody happening right now, but I'm stuck on this piddly little boat playing make-believe with a bloody shark. And the boat is taking on water, and Jake creates a strobe that will shock the shark. And so Jake gets out on the pointy fronty part of the boat. And again, they're able to just put the strobe directly in the shark's mouth because this thing is just constantly all the way out of the water for several seconds at a time. And then the shark kills Jake. So the boat is sinking faster, and Ellen begins having flashbacks to things that she was not around for. And Michael then starts to activate the strobe. And the shark begins to roar. You know, they said for Jurassic Park, the roar of the T-Rex was made by combining an elephant's scream with a tiger's snarl. And in Jaws the Revenge, the roar of the shark was made by idiots.
Smile, you son of a bitch!
You were only supposed to blow the bloody fins off. That's what we in the biz refer to as a callback. And so yeah, Ellen rammed the boat into the shark, and the shark just exploded. As all marine animals do. I once hit a manatee while on a sea-doo. F***er popped like a damn balloon.
What took it so damn long, man? What the hell are you doing alive?
Well, you see, the test audience for this movie was pissed drunk, man. They didn't want anyone to die. Oh, hey guys, just swim Jake over to the wall back there. It should be shallow.